down to our yoga mats and let's begin. Bring the body down, playing on the back of the body. Can we feel the front body drop through to the back body? We feel there's a surrendering. Try to balance the body down and releasing and letting go. We give ourselves these few moments just to let ourselves be. Letting ourselves be is their structure, is their balance through the physical form. Readjust if you feel necessary. Backs of heels hip distance, feet dropping away. Up through backs of legs, the connection, calf muscles, backs of thighs, buttocks. Lower back lifts away from the mat. Reconnection, middle back, upper back. Shoulders drop down. Backs of arms to backs of hands. Then come through to the palms of the hands. Feel where fingers and thumbs naturally curl. Any sensations through fingers, thumbs, palms of hands, warmth or cool, what do we notice? Slide up the inside edge of arms all the way to underarms. Feel the softness on the inside edge of arms, softness in the underarms. Bring a deep breath in all the way up into the chest. And then as you exhale, feel the energy slide down through the legs, out through the feet, and feel there's a letting go. And just feel the whole body surrender. Feel a softness releasing. Again, if you need to, deep breath in. Feel a letting go, feel an energy release out through the soles of the feet. As many times as you need to, maybe starting to deepen those inhales, feel an energy pull up through the soles of the feet, up through the body, up to the chest. Feel an exhale, the chest flattens, the belly drops, and energy out through the soles of the feet. A few more in your time. Next inhalation for you. Draw the breath up through the body, or as you do, tuck your chin down, elongate the back of the neck. Deep inhale, keep breathing in as full and as deep as you can. Chin tucks down, start to tuck the tailbone, squeeze the glutes, push out through the heels, flex the foot, flattening the body into the yoga mat. And then when you're ready to exhale, just let the exhale release gently, let the whole body surrender onto the mat. And feel how the front body just surrenders through to the back body. Everything releases to its natural position, its natural curves, and soften. Is there a full body focus? Are we more aware of our whole body as one, rather than sections, rather than being even disconnected from it? Are we more in tune with our body now? We begin to move, we notice how we move, we feel where the body moves from. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms back behind you, point the toes, stretch fingers, maybe the chest and back arches up, tuck the chin down. What do you feel you want to do? Accentuate, increase, stretch wherever you can, and stay there as you sigh the breath out, let the body just soften. Again, deep breath in, stretching, lengthening. Again, just soften. A few more in your time. And the last stretch for you, let the arms come all the way down beside you. Let the head rock side to side, mobilize the neck. And then when you're ready, the head centers. Push out through the heels, elongate the back. And then inhale, right knee comes in, reaching for it. Exhale, forehead to knee, rolling up. Inhale, lower the head onto the mat. Squeeze the knee onto the chest, shoulders down, chin down. Exhale, arms and leg release. Inhale, left leg in, reach for it. Exhale, forehead to knee. Inhale, lower down. Squeeze the knee down, shoulders down, chin down. Exhale, arms and leg release. Inhale, right knee in, reach for it. Exhale, forehead to knee, pause. Move the knee longer away from you. Try to pull yourself up higher to it. Keep breathing. Roll back down, pull the knee to the chest as you do, squeeze it down. Start to bring it down to the underarm more, sliding off to the side more. Keep the left shoulder down, head centered, left hip down, left heel pressing down so we don't fall out to the right. And then simply let go. Inhale, left leg in, reach for it. Forehead to knee, roll up, pause, keep breathing, knees moving away. You're trying to pull yourself up higher to it. Roll down, the knee comes into the chest, squeeze it down, chin down, shoulders down. Start to bring the knee off to the underarm, off to the side. Keep the right shoulder anchored down, right buttock, right heel. Don't let the body fall off to the left. Our legs can be heavy, they help us to fall away maybe, so you've got to keep trying to rebalance. And then simply let go, the leg releases out. Again, head side to side, mobilize the neck. Head comes back to center. Give yourself a moment, soften. Deep breath up through the body. All the way up through the body, hold it in, tuck the chin down. Sigh the breath out when you're ready. Feel how the shape of the body releases onto the mat once more. Just let go, feel that sense of surrendering. Again, is there a full body focus? More aware of our whole body as one. And then push out through the heels, stretch up the back of legs. Then bend those legs up, feet hip distance parallel. Arms down and beside you, palms down, tuck your chin down. Push into the feet, roll those hips up. Take the arms up and over behind you. Push the feet evenly into the yoga mat. Inner, outer edges, are they balanced? Don't let the knees fall away. Imagine there's a foam block between the inner thighs. Keep pushing into the feet. Imagine the feet are pushing along away from you now. What happens? Do you feel the arms reaching long? Maybe the chest lifting that little bit higher. And then lift heels or toes off the mat as you inhale. Roll down, exhaling. Buttocks and arms come down onto the mat. Bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms. Feel the lower back lengthening, around the glutes lengthening. Roll up forehead to knees like you're rolling into a tight ball, squeeze in. And then lower the head down and then make sure the tailbone is lengthening down towards the yoga mat. So feel you bringing length along your back body, knees are still hugged in, maybe not as close because you're trying to get the tailbone going down to the floor, trying to press it down, making it long. Chin down, shoulders down, where do you feel any tightness? And then hands on the mat beside you. Legs up to the ceiling, flex the feet. Wide legs, exhale, inner heels up and out, stretch wide, stretch long. Inhale, legs back up together, push them up, stretch. Exhale, bend, feet onto the mat, hip distance parallel. Press into the feet, hips roll up, arms up and over. Up into your mini back bend, again pause and breathing into it. Push into the feet, inner outer edges. Push down through the feet, feel them pushing long. Can the arms stretch long behind you? Now breathe into this feeling. Where's the breath moving to? Can you feel it coming up into the chest? Chest any higher to the chin. Chin tucks down, elongate. One more breath in. Lift heels or toes. Roll it down, vertebra by vertebra. Is there balance all the way through right and left sides of the back? Buttocks and hands come down, knees into the chest. Wrap the arms, squeeze the knees to chest. Roll forehead up to the knees, roll into a tight ball, squeezing in. Then exhale, start to lower the head back down onto the mat. Lower the tailbone as if the tailbone's trying to go long to the floor. You might feel the knees don't stay in as close. Keep holding them though, chin down, shoulders down, ribs down. Is there length through the back body? Release hands to the mat, one more set, legs go up, flex the feet. Wide legs, inner heels up and out, stretch wide, stretch long. Inhale, legs up together, push them up. Exhale, bend, feet onto the mat. Press into the feet, roll the hips up, arms up and over, deepen your breaths. So slow, steady breaths in this mini back bend. Push down through the feet, engage those legs. Feel the feet are pushing away from you long. What do you feel happening through the upper body, through the fingertips? Do they reach further back? Next inhale, heels or toes coming up. And then exhale again, you're rolling it down. Vertebra by vertebra, all the way. Is there balance? Knees into the chest. This time, grab around the knees, shins. Pull the knees wide, big toes touch. And then just circle the knees around, wide circles. Massaging through that lower back, hip pelvis region. Opposite direction in your time. Bring the knees back into the chest, hug them in, squeeze them in close. Then pull the knees wide, reach for the arches of the feet, ankles or around the backs of thighs. Happy baby. Knees wide, feet flexing, keep breathing. So your choice, you can stay in happy baby, you can bend and straighten the legs, mobilizing. Do what feels right for you. And when you're ready, simply hug knees to chest, wrap the arms around the legs. If you want to keep the body still, rock the head side to side, rock the body, or just hold in stillness for a moment. Do what feels best for you. And in your time, let the arms release, roll to your right, up onto hands and knees into your 4-point position. Shoulders above wrists, hips above knees, neutral spine. And then as soon as you're ready, inhale, dipping, looking up. And then exhale, rolling, looking in. Your timing, your breaths. Cat and cow. If the back's tight, notice where you're moving from. Not letting yourself collapse or dropping the lower back. Make sure you're getting mobility all the way along the spine. Remember, the neck is a part of the spine, and you're moving the neck from tailbone to crown of head, feeling movement along the spine. One more. Next time you're looking at your navel, stay there. Rounded back, chin tucks in, knees and feet pressed down, push away from the hands. If your knees are dragging in towards the wrist, keep breathing across that upper back. Now working through the toes, arches of feet, tuck the toes, keep the knees on the mat, push the buttocks back to heels. Stretch back if it's too intense, up and down a few times, not so intense if it's hurting through the joints. Stretching back, buttocks to heels, toes tucked. And then when you're ready, can we just lift up to our down dog? Knees come up off the mat. Step it back or in, whatever you need to do. Find your length for your downward facing dog. Stillness or mobilize, whatever works. And then notice those breaths. Lengthen, slow them down, deepen. Feel what's happening through the body. You're noticing changes, shifts of energy. Strengthen, breathe. Slow those breaths. Feel what's happening through your body. And this is just in a few moments how easily and quickly we can change. The body opening, our connection to it, the shift of energy. Down onto the knees, exhale fully, dip the spine looking up. Tuck the tailbone, roll the spine, look in. Take the right leg out, push the ball of the foot into the floor and stretch up the back of that right leg. Keep pushing away, push back further if you need, adjust it where you need to. I can take my left knee off the mat and put more pressure on my right leg. Find what works for you. Come back to being neutral spine. Lift the right leg up parallel to the floor. Left hand on the belly. Is it lifted? Front hips balanced. Lower ribs contained. Left arm out in front of you. Take left arm wide to the side, take right leg wide to the right. Bend the knee if it's too intense, leg wide and held out to the side straight if you've got the strength. Left hand down, bend the right knee, lower it to the mat. Push the buttocks back to the heels, stretch back long for a moment, lengthen through the back. And then just back up onto hands and knees. Roll the spine, look into navel, left foot out into the floor. Push the ball of the foot into the floor, tuck the chin, round back. Again, maybe right knee can lift off the floor and put more pressure on that left leg, heel pressing long. Whatever works for you, intensify the stretch where you can. Come back to a neutral spine, left leg held up parallel to the floor. Right hand on the belly, is it lifted, not just dropped? Hips balanced, lower ribs contained, and then right arm out in front of you long. Find your balance point, and then when you're ready, right arm wide, left leg wide. If it's too intense, bend that left leg, otherwise wide to the side and hold it up. Right hand down, bend that left knee in, place it down, buttocks back to heels, stretch back. Give yourself a moment, extended child. And relax the forehead, let the arms sweep around beside the feet, soften. Shoulders drop, palms turn up. Tailbone tuck, chin tap. Press through the shins and roll the back up, vertebra by vertebra. Chin tucked all the way, head is heavy. Head comes to neutral, let the arms float up. Clasp the hands, turn the palms up. Arch up for a moment, stretch. Then wide arms down behind the back, clasp the hands, pull them down long behind you. Once they're long behind you, tilt left ear down, right ear up. Pull the arms across to the left a little bit. Can you deepen the stretch? Come back to center, right ear down, left ear up. Pull the arms across to the right a little. Can you deepen your stretch? Come back to center, wide arms and up. Look up if it's easy on the neck. Hands forward onto the mat, shoulder distance, slide long. Look up through those hands, glide your chest through. Pull the chest through, press tops of feet, arch up to where you can. Downward facing dog, take the buttocks up, stretch back long. Right leg going straight up, push it away. Hips balanced, shoulders balanced, spine long. Knee to nose, shoulders above wrist, push away from the floor. Right foot step through, left knee down. Wide arms and up, reach up, stretch up. Hands on hips and balance up. Bring the hands around to the glutes, press the hips down and forward. Deepen the stretch on that front left hip thigh. Push away from your foundations, not just collapsing on the hip. Keep your legs active. Squeeze the elbows back, shoulders back. Left arm wide and up, reach across to your right. Stretch that side, keep pushing away from that right foot. Make sure you're not just collapsed anywhere in the back or in the hip. Keep those legs working. Left arm wide and down, right leg out to the side, Parigasana. Left hand wide, right leg wide, right arm over. Side body stretch and lengthen. Is the body in one line? Looking up, forward or down. And then sweep the arm down, hands both up onto the hips, balance the pelvis. Left arm comes up, lean to that right leg. Now push away from that right foot as you lean. Try not to turn your body to the leg, stay square. Press that left knee, top of left foot. Push away from that right foot. The arm sweeps down, right foot around in front, toes out, knee out, hands inside edge of the right foot, shuffle long. Slide the left knee further back, down to forearms if you can get there. Breathe into lengthening. Pull the chest long, back of neck long, not just hanging the head, chin tucks. So foot's in front, toes out at the angle, knee wide. And exhale fully. Walk the hands in. Keep the toes off at the angle. Pull the foot back. So keep a little toe side of foot angle down as you pull back long. Walk the hands over to the left corner away from you. And then push the buttocks out to the right corner behind you. Work off at the angle. See if the line of energy changes. Lift it up, bring it back to center. Bring the foot in line with the hips, centered, toes straight up now. One hand at each side of the front foot. Stretch the hip buttock back. Pull the chest long, shoulders back. Keep breathing. And then the foot comes flat, sink in nice and deep, and then mobilize it back again. Pull the toes up, stretch back long. Foot comes flat, sink in deep. Back and forth with breath, or if there's a tightness, hold into one spot for a few breaths. Where can it open for you? When you're next forward in the lunge, if you're really long in the lunge, bring it back a little bit closer. Push from the foundations, wide arms and up. Low lunge, whether you're looking up, forward or down, breathing into it. Now if the hands need to come down to support you, tuck the toes. Can we just lift up off that back knee? High lunge. High lunge in your time. Keep breathing. Arms up if you can. Work those legs. Push through the foundations. Keep breathing. Wide arms and down. We're stepping back to plank. Shoulders above wrist. Now hold it. If your knees need to come onto the mat, put them down. Press away from foundations. Find your body strength. Bring a slow, deep breath in. Slow, deep breath out. Next inhale, breathe in. Slowly to chaturanga, knees down if you need. Hover your chest off the mat, don't let it collapse. Now lift it through, cobra up dog. Seal the shoulders down, pull the chest long. Downward facing dog, take the buttocks up, stretch back low. Take a slow, deep breath in, and a slow, deep breath out. Can we reach our left hand to our right ankle? Left hand to right ankle, look up under that right underarm. Push away from the hand, pull through with the left arm. Press the right heel down, try and keep your hips balanced. Second side, left hand down, now right hand, reach for left ankle. Look out to your left. Now push away from the left hand. Try and keep both heels balanced down. Pull through with the right arm. Can you activate the stretch? The hand comes back onto the mat. Balance your down dog. And then slowly lower to your knees. Dip the spine gently, look up. Buttocks back to heels, child pose, take a moment. Arms back beside the feet, palms turn up. Let the shoulders slump around the legs, let them go broad across your upper back. Chin in and out, back of neck long. Tailbone tucking under. And then breathe into this feeling. Next exhale, press through the shins. Exhale fully, roll up on your inhalation. Keep the chin tucked, back of neck long. All the way up to kneeling, back end of the mat. Then wide arms and up. Clasp your hands, turn the palms up, arch up, chest up, open up. Let the arms simply drop beside you, bring the spine back to neutral. Tilt left ear down, right ear up. Right fingertips stretch long. Left hand on right shoulder, press it down. Just release it, second side, left fingertips long, tilt the head to the right. Right hand on left shoulder, press it down. Differences to each side or balanced? What is the feeling for you? Head centers, release the hand. Both arms up, reach up, look up. Behind the back, clasp the hands, pull them down long. Arch the chest up, keep looking up if you can. Arms pulling long behind you. Squeeze the shoulders back. Do those clasped hands reach the floor, keep pushing them down. Press them further away from you if you can. Release them wide and up to the ceiling. Reach up, stretch up. Forward onto the mat, hands shoulder distance, slide long. Glide through cobra up dog. Press through the hands, lift the chest through, seal those shoulders back. Downward facing dog, take the buttocks up, stretch back. As soon as you're there, left leg goes up, push it out. Keep hips balanced, shoulders balanced, body contained, don't just let it collapse in down dog. Knee to nose, shoulders above wrist, push away from the floor, strengthen. Then step the left foot down, right knee down. Low lunge, wide arms and up, reach up, stretch up. Wide hands onto the hips, balance them off. Now you're pressing into your foundations. Are we balanced? Then hands around to the buttocks, hips, fingers point down. Push the hips forward and down, but just not collapsing into the hip. Make sure you're still holding the strength in the foundations. Feel the right side hip, front hip and thigh lengthen. Squeeze the elbows back. Squeeze the shoulders back. Look up. Right arm comes up and over. Lean across to your left. Keep breathing. Keep the foundations pressing. We still feel that right side body elongating. You're still pressing into that left foot, right knee, top of right foot. Exhale, the arm circles out wide to the right, left leg take it wide to the left. Parigasana, left arm up and over. Pause and stretch. It's the body in one line of energy. Where's the breath? Is it in the top side of body? Where can you feel? And top arm sweeps down, hands both up onto the hips. Balance them. Once you're balanced, right arm goes up. Lean to that left leg. Now keep pushing away from that left foot. Keep it active. Right knee, top of right foot. Are they pressing down? Does it engage your foundation? Does it lift you? And then sweep the arm down. Lift that left foot around in front, toes out, knee out. Hands inside edge on the mat. Shuffle longer, back knee slides, front foot walks. Forearms if it's easy, coming through. Left toes wide, knee wide. Pelvis balance, notice you're not falling out on the right, don't roll away. Spine pulling long. Head neutral, neck long, not hanging the head. Then exhale fully. We're walking the hands up on the inhale. As we do, we just pull those left toes up. Remember, we kept the little toe side of the foot out at the angle. And then just walk your hands across to the right corner diagonally away. And then push the buttocks out as long as you can behind you. Feel what that angle's like, stretching on the outer edge of the leg, under the leg, inner leg. Where do you feel it? And then exhale fully, walk it up. Come back to being centered. Bring the toes up straight up to the ceiling. Heel in line with the hip, one hand each side. And then we're mobilizing it. So foot comes down, sinking in deep. And then we're pulling back, toes pull up, stretch the back of leg. Your timing, your breaths. If one spot, one part of the leg or hip is tight, hold it or just keep mobilizing. Your timing, your breath, or holding into it. When your foot is next flat on the mat, knee stacks above the heel. If you're really long in the stance, maybe bring them a little bit closer in. Can you feel yourself push into the foundations? Make it stable. Then wide arms rise up. Reach up. Take a moment. If hands need to touch the mat to help you come up, tuck the toes, lift off the back knee, and lift up into your high lunge. Find your balance. Find your stability, find your strength. Looking up, forward or down, your choice. Unlock the back knee, push away from the floor, foundation strong. Keep breathing. Exhale fully, wide arms and down to the mat. Holding into your plank. Step it back and hold. Knees down if you're fatiguing. Make sure you're not dropping on your lower back. Upper body, do you feel it switch on here, strengthening? Arms, are they already shaking? Feel where it is for you. Feel that feedback the body gives you, especially if you're tired. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Try not to hang your head. Inhale and then slowly hover down. Keep your chest off the mat, knees off the mat if you can. Lift it through, cobra up dog. Pull the chest through, seal the shoulders back. And we're back to down dog. Now once you're in down dog, press away from the foundations. Feel the body strengthening. Feel the back body lengthening. Feel what's happening through your down dog. Make sure you're not collapsed in your lower back anywhere. Slow the breaths. Now again, could you reach left hand to right ankle? Look up through that right side. Push away from the right hand, pull through with the left. Try and press both heels evenly. And then release, left hand back to the mat, right hand to left ankle. Push away from left hand, pull through with the right arm. Try and keep both heels balanced and down. Then right hand onto the mat, come down onto the knees, dip the spine, look up. Now tuck the tailbone, roll the spine, look into the navel. Back is rounded. Tuck the toes and lift your knees a couple of centimeters off the mat. Hold here. Now push it up to down dog, push back long. Walk your hands forward to plank. Feet shuffle back into plank. Now as slow as you can, lower your front body to the mat. Try not to drop the hips, pelvis. Everything in one line as you come down. Rest the forehead on the backs of the hands. Tuck the chin, back of neck long, and feel your front body rest onto the mat. Close the eyes, be still for a moment. And just feel. Do you need to readjust elbows longer, wider? Spine, give it some time to settle and lengthen. Readjust legs, hips, pelvis. Rock the pelvis if you need. Move the feet out longer behind you. What do you feel? Even rock the forehead a little side to side on your top hand. If your sinuses are a bit blocked, or if you've got any forehead tightness, you'll feel it as you rock the forehead, so giving yourself self-massage. Be still when you're ready to. Next exhalation, I want you to pull your navel up off the yoga mat. Squeeze up into the back as much as you can. Inhale, let it relax. Exhale again, draw the navel up off the spine, off the floor, to the spine. Let it relax, inhale. Exhale again, belly button up to the spine. Squeeze and lift. Inhale, relax, and just let the body relax here now. Balanced or different, what do you feel? When you're ready, we're going to press both of the feet down into the yoga mat. Press tops of feet down and feel how the kneecaps pull up and engage, lifting off the yoga mat. From here, we're going to lift the head off the mat. Bring the arms back like stop signs, hands next to the shoulder height. Now try and lift the chest a little higher off the mat. Keep the belly button lifting up towards the ceiling, not pushing down to the floor, and try not to pinch in your lower back. Release the hands in front, put the opposite hand on top, rest everything soften. Feel the body surrender, then when you're ready, press tops of feet down again. Feel how front thighs and knees pull up. Imagine you're squeezing a block between inner thighs. Tailbone might tuck a little. Again, lift the head and chest, hands beside you at shoulder chest height. Lift up a little higher, strengthening the back body. Release, put the first hand on top again, rest the forehead. Feel the body surrender. Again, press tops of feet, feel front knees pull up, thighs engage. Foam block, feel it squeeze, maybe the tailbone tucks a little. Head and chest up, hands next to shoulders, chest, lift up. Squeeze the shoulders, elbows down and back. Keep pulling the sternum long. Make sure you're not pinching in lower back. Now lift the legs off the mat at the same time and breathe. 5 breaths. Try not to tense anywhere. Fifth breath for you. Release the hands next to the chest, legs down. Arch the chest up, cobra up dog to wherever you can. Then take the buttocks back to the heels. Extended child. push back long, buttocks back to heels. Notice how it feels through that lower back for you. Buttocks to heels, stretch back long. Keep it active if you can. Shins press, hands pushing away from the floor. Press the shins and then drag the arms in, round the back up, vertebra by vertebra. All the way up to neutral spine. As soon as you're there, wide arms and up. Reach up, stretch up. Hands forward onto the mat, shoulder distance. Slide them out long. Glide through, cobra up dog. Push down through the hands, lift the chest through. Open up, downward facing dog. Take the buttocks up. Now it doesn't matter which leg. One leg lifts up behind you, stretch it out. Step it up through the hands, turn to the wide edge of your mat, feet forward. Hold the elbows or just drop the arms through the legs and hang in your wide leg forward for fold. Feel what happens through the back body, through the legs. Wide stance, body surrendering through. Keep breathing. You can rock the hips side to side, mobilize. You can be still. You can bend the legs a little bit more, push down through the feet, feel what happens. Are you balanced in the ankles, through the feet? Trying to keep deeper through the legs, trying to straighten the legs back. What do you notice? Where is it for you? Then exhale, push down through the feet. Feel those legs really starting to engage. Wide arms, come up to stand. Reach up, touch the hands. Bring them down wide to shoulder height. Turn the feet to the right. Lunge on that right knee. Shuffle along for your lunge. Go as deep as you can. Then straighten the leg back. And exhale, lunge. Inhale, straighten back. Exhale, lunge. Keep it going. The next time you're in your lunge, hold into it. Push into both foundations. You can lift that front heel for a moment. See if you can push away from that front foot, not just collapsing forward. And then push the heel down and stay in the lunge. Both legs as active as each other. Spine upright. Turn the palms up. Reverse the warrior. Lean away. Right arm up, left arm back to the leg. Stretch. Straighten that front leg back, keep leaning away from it. Lunge on the front leg, forearm to thigh, top arm over, Parsvakonasana, your side angle. Arm inside to the leg, go deeper on the underside of the head, long arms. Push through the feet. Make sure you're not just pinched or collapsed on that front thigh or hip. Then bring it up. Hands to hips, turn the feet to the second side and lunge. Check the knee is stacked above the heel, alignments, arms out, shoulder height when you're ready. Straighten the leg back as you inhale, don't let it bounce. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, straighten back, don't lock it back. Exhale, lunge. Keep it going. Again, your timing, your breath. Next time you're in the lunge, stay in it. And then lift the heel if you can. Notice if you're collapsing forward. Push away from the ball and the front half of the foot. Is the back leg active? Do you feel it? Then drop the heel down and keep pushing through both feet, not collapsing on the hip. Reverse the warrior, palms turn up and lean away. And straighten the front leg back as you lean away. Breathing into the stretch, opening into it. And then lunging on that front left leg, left forearm to thigh, right arm over, Parsvakonasana. Arm can come down inside edge of the leg or on the underside of the head and breathe. Push through, strengthening away from the foundations, not collapsing on the hip. Bring it up, feet forward, wide arms and down. Widen the feet as you fold down. Heel and toe them out as wide as you can. Fold into that wide leg forward bend. Heel and toe it in. Come back to more neutral position. Downward facing dog. Spin it around. Step it back. Slow the breath. Feel the body lifts, not just collapsing. And exhale fully down onto the knees. Come through to sit, easy cross legs, best way you can get there. And then easy twist to the right as soon as you're there. Could we take the right arm up, lean to the left knee. Pull against the left arm as the right arm stretches. Left arm sweeps down, right arm sweeps down, twist around to the left. Can the left arm come up, lean to that right knee, pull against the right arm, stretch the left arm. The arm sweeps down, twist around to your right again. Once you're there, right arm up and over. Lean to your left knee. Pull against the left arm, stretch the right side. You're right, Janine, yep. And right arm sweeps down, twist around to the left. Left arm up and lean to your right leg. Pull against the right arm, stretch the left. And wide arm, sweep it down. Lift and take the legs out wide. Keep the heels planted and try and lift the pelvis further forward. Legs as wide as you can. Keep the hands behind you if you're falling back. Hands in front if it's easy. Tilt the pelvis forward, so try not to fall out through the lower back. Try and lengthen into your forward fold. Where do you notice your breath? Exhale fully. The hands are in front, walk them. If they're behind you, bring them forward. Lift on the underside of the knees. Tip your toes on the floor or lift the feet up to knee height. Balance on your sit bones. Reach the arms out in front of you at shoulder height. Lift the legs higher if you can without falling out on your back. Pull the front body long. Try not to lean away. Lift tall. Legs up. Lift them up. Breathe to where you can. Hands down. Can you cross the ankles? Lift your bottom off the floor. Put the bottom down. Again, under the knees. Hold for a moment. Lift the legs to where you can. Long arms out in front of you at shoulder height. Lift the chest up. Lift your body. Feel where it comes through for you. Cross the other leg in front. Hands down. Lift your bottom off the floor. Buttocks down. Bring the legs out in front of you long. Give them a shake out. Give them a rub down. Roll shoulders. Mobilize the neck. It's almost on 7, so just roll down. We've got a minute to be still and rest. Back surrenders to the floor. Shavasana, be completely still. And just let your body drop and surrender. Is there more of an opening or an awareness through the body now? What does it feel like? Feeling anything in your body, any part grabs your attention. Notice. Start to gradually lengthen and deepen your breath. As you do, rub thumbs and fingers, wriggle toes, open, close hands, flex feet back and forth, mobilize, circle ankles, rotate, stretch out, do what you need to. And come up to sit when you're ready to. Notice the breath through the nostrils once you're here. Both nostrils clear as one side slightly blocked. Even airflow or not, what do you connect to? Next inhalation, wide arms sweep up. Connect the hands together, touch to the forehead. As we move through life, we move through life with thoughtfulness. Touch the hands to the lips. As we move through life, we have kind words. And bring the hands to the heart. As we move through life, we have compassion and we have kindness. Namaste. Fold forward, stretch long. Give yourself a moment and be still or mobilize it. And then rolling up and finishing in your time.